Here with head coach Joel Taylor, coming off the Wolves 1-0 start to UAC play ahead of a trip to Southern Utah. We'll start with a opening statement and then field questions.
Yeah, great day to be a Wolf. I mean, that's 4 weeks in a row that I've said that. You know, anytime you're coming off a win on a Monday is always great to get into the office, get into the community, and bring that excitement. But played a really good EKU team. Was able to get past them with a score of 33-12. Thought it was a good game, you know, just on both sides of the ball. Excuse me, all three phases. Thought EKU was really tough on defense, so we knew we were going to struggle a little bit on offense, but we was able to, you know, run the ball and score right before the half. But right before the half, it didn't score in the second half to kind of give us a little bit of a jolt there. And then defense played really, really well as far as in the second half. And then special teams, I thought Riley Mason did a good job of field position, but also, you know, Tommy hit a big field goal in the I think it was fourth quarter. But it was a good day to be a good day to be a Wolf. We had some guys that also stepped up. Jordan Dees stepped up. TJ Lesser stepped up. Festus Davies stepped up. So those are guys that are backups that really came on and stepped up for us to help us win that football game. But it just showed you the resolve of our football team, and you know, we got some talent in this team. Questions?
Coach, how about going down before the half and getting that touchdown? Really set you up, and y'all capped it off with a big win. We talk about the last four of the first half and the first four, and y'all won that definitely. Yeah,
we did. We ended it with the touchdown, and we you know, came out and ran the ball and got a touchdown. So that was big. The middle eight, that was huge for us. Like I said, big throw by Davin and big catch by Jordan. Man, that was tremendous, and we needed that. We needed that. Like I said, we knew that East Kentucky was going to be big, long. We knew they were going to be good on defense, man. So any kind of points we got, you know, we had to cherish those points. And anytime, like I said, anytime you win that middle eight is huge. And we won it, and we won the football game.
Coach, you talk about Festus Davies. He had a heck of a game there. You finally got one of those fumble takeaways there.
Yeah.
So just kind of how would you say he's developed, and how was he able to fill in there?
It's crazy, man. You know, right before the game, those guys were stretching. And I told Festus, man, I just had a feeling that you're going to have a really good game. And he sure enough did. And, you know, last year, this time when we faced EKU, he didn't have a great game. You know, so I knew he kind of marked this on his calendar and wanted to really, really play well. But he did a phenomenal job, you know, scooping and scoring that fumble. Anytime you score on defense, man, that's huge. And we did it twice, you know, and he had got the sack for the safety, man. So he accounted for basically 8 points, which is huge, man. But I'm so happy for him and his development. You know, he's a kid that wants to do well. He wants to, you know, be a part of this team and help it win. And he did a really good job there. And you know, Festus is probably one of the most talented guys we got on our football team. You know, so you guys got a chance to see that. But we got a good room right there too. You know, you talk about Christian Hansen, Festus Davies, Mason Huntley. That's a really, really good room. So just trying to find those guys reps is really, really hard because all of them want to be on the field all the time, man. But I'm so happy for him and what he was able to do to help our football team win.
Coach TJ Lester, like you said, stepped up big time for you on Saturday.
Yeah.
And, of course, Latrell goes down in the first half. Just kind of wondering how Latrell is, number one.
Yep. And
then number two, you know, what does that look like for Saturday and what you might plan to do rotating your backs, perhaps?
Yeah, I think Latrell will be fine for this Saturday. You know, give him another week. He was kind of hobbled a little bit throughout the week. We set him through practices and thought it would be good for the game. You know, but he wasn't quite as good for the game. I think he was in there. I think he might have had, you know, 4 or 5 carries or something like that. And he was like, "Yeah, coach, it hurts." You know, so we took him out, and you know, we didn't sweat it. You know, I knew we had a really good, you know, guy in TJ. And TJ took the majority of the 1 reps throughout practice. So for him to come out and do what he did, well, I already knew he was that type of player. Yeah. For him to do that was big. And you know, he had over 100 yards, had a touchdown. But like I said, man, he's a kid that's a pro mentality. He was ready for the moment. It was kind of you know crazy that he did it to EKU. You know, his dad had went to EKU and you know, playing the league and all that good stuff, man. But I'm glad we got him. You know, I really am. And like I said, he's gonna be a phenomenal player for a long time here.
Coach, I know a lot of people from Western Georgia don't know that much about Southern Utah. So what can we expect this weekend from the Thunderbirds?
Man, I tell you what. First off, I'm gonna say this right now. I think Delane Fitzgerald is one of the best coaches in our league. That's bar none. I think he does a phenomenal job for what he has. His kids play extremely hard. Offense, defense, and special teams. I know they're struggling a little bit on defense, man, but they can score some points in bunches. They've done a nice job this year. They got a really good quarterback in number 10. And they got a backup quarterback that runs the ball, number 4, and they probably got 2 of the better backs in our league, number 28 and number 8, I think it is. But both of them are really good players, man, and their offensive line is good too, and got a really good tight end. So we got our handful on defense. I can tell you that for a fact. They're trying to find some answers out on their defense. So hopefully our offense can, move the ball a little bit. But like I said, man, that team's gonna come and play their play their butts off, man. They're 1-3 right now. They don't want to go 1-4. So and it's their homecoming. So it's going to be a big game for them now. It's going to be a huge game for them. So we got to do a great job with our preparation. We got to do a great job with our execution. And like I said, just find a way to go 1-0 this week. And but it'll be a really, really tough team. And Southern Utah, last year was the only team I felt out physical us. There was the only one, right? So we got something to prove that game as well.
Your team pitched a shutout again in the second half on Saturday on the defensive side of the football. You go in at halftime. What was your message to your defense?
Yeah, like I said, Coach Woody Blevins and those guys do a really good job, and all I do is give the message to Coach Woody at the end of the day. Now, I told the team we got to play a little bit better on third downs than we did in the first half, and if we do that and get off the field and get our offense back the ball, we would be fine. But those guys made the adjustments. I thought they found some things in the pass game on third down on us in that first half, but they went in there and kind of fixed it all. But I don't know what it is. This team is a second half team. I don't know what it is. We got to do a better job of coaching them in the first half, I guess. But it was really good to see. And like I said, I think that's what won us the game, them not scoring. So just my hats off to the defense. And, we got our work cut out for us this week, I'm just telling you. And they do a really good job on third downs. I don't know what the country rankings are and things of that nature, man, but they got to be up there as the top in third down and fourth down. I think they're actually 100% on fourth downs, I think I've seen that. So our defense got their hands full, and hopefully they can do the same thing this week.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.